Good morning, everyone. Let me turn the little light up. There we go. Hello. Hi, good morning, Paula. Hi, everybody. Good morning to y'all. Good morning as you're hopping on, and welcome to the Radke Show. I'm Melissa Radke, and David Radke is here in the house, but he is doing coffee. He's making himself coffee. And if you've ever, hung with David very much in the mornings, you want him to have his coffee. Hey, Vicki Collins. Good morning, Dion. Hello, Amy. So glad that y'all are here. Lacey's in the house. Jenna B from a snowy Washington in the house. Well, good morning, everybody. Oh, hello, beautiful Mickey. So glad that y'all are here. There's Frankie Jane, the cat, over there. Frankie, see her turn her head? There she is. Good morning from Ohio. Hi, Sonia. Good morning, Mindy from Arp, Texas, and Tanya Irwin, and Lisa is in New York. Well, good morning, everybody. So glad that y'all are here. David Radke's over here somewhere.
Hi.
There he is, fixing himself some coffee. And we got some stuff to get to today. It is a cold and rainy day in Texas. It's the kind of day that you just want to stay under the covers. But I'm out. I'm out and I'm moving and I'm going and I'm doing. But I would like to be under the covers. Is it raining? Boy, is it. And it's going to be raining like all day long. So I'm going to tell you guys something. I have never said this before, but I am getting angry. Y'all know I watch the Today Show every single morning. Every single morning. I love them all. I feel like I know them. I'm starting to get angry at Al. I'm starting to get very mad at America's weatherman. I believe, without him coming out and saying it, because I don't think he can come out and say it on national television or his house will be egged, he has got a real problem with Travis and Taylor. He has got a real problem with Taylor Swift. He thinks Taylor Swift is dumb and Swifties are dumb. Now, if he was sitting here, he would be like, what are you talking about? He's got attitude. He's got attitude.
Altitude.
He's got altitude. Okay? Does anybody else notice that about Al, or is it just me? I'm going to tell you what. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. This morning they were talking about the fact that Travis Kelce has now referred to her as Tay. And they were also saying that he was on the he was on the podcast with his brother the other day, and they were talking about the Chiefs had put up something that Travis Taylor, what's his name? Travis Kelce has done some kind of this is one of those moments when, like my dad, I hear myself talk too much and then I just want to stop and say, what does it matter? I'm boring my own self. But I shall persist. She liked a post on Instagram that the Chiefs put up. And so they were making a joke about it this morning and everything. And Al was sitting there and Al goes, that's a really long way for a joke. And Hoda was like, well, I mean, I still think it was funny what he said. Well, yeah, now he calls her Tay. I mean, he just has attitude about it. And I'm sorry, but in a time of war, this is the love that America needs. I know a lot of y'all don't agree with me. A lot of y'all are like, nobody cares about Travis and Taylor. I do. I need this right now, okay? It is a time of struggle, and we need something to be hopeful about, okay? So, you know what?
What about the birth of baby Jesus?
David always tells me, please don't talk about Travis and Taylor. This is supposed to be evergreen. Somebody should be able to watch this show in August of 2029 and not know what we are referring to. We have to keep it evergreen, to which I say, they'll still be together in 2029. They'll have 4 kids by then, David. And he's like, no, they won't. And do not keep talking about it.
Okay, I have a very important question to ask y'all. I think I know what it is. I almost said it to this person last night. So we went to the annual waffle bake.
Yeah.
I don't know why I like that.
I'm
think
I'm
it's
not
just
sure.
community and
I like it too, but I don't know that I'm going to do it next year. I didn't find the waffles very good.
that's not why you're there. I mean, I know it's called a waffle bake, but
It is why I'm there.
I mean, it's to help raise money for
no, it's
all the things.
100% so I can get a waffle.
The waffles were okay, but it's just, I mean, we saw people that we haven't seen in months
Years.
or some years. I don't know. It's just a nice a community thing. Anyway, so here's the thing. Once again, we met somebody.
Somebody.
We met somebody. They were so excited to meet Melissa, and I was there. No, they were actually they were very nice, and they were like, I can't believe how tall you are.
They said this to him, not to me.
And I cannot tell you how many times
People say that all the time.
when they meet me. I mean, not like just on the street. I don't really consider myself that tall. I guess I'm above average. I'm 6'2". But when people meet me, but I guess when we're sitting on here, we're either head level or I don't know. How do I don't understand. It's because he's tall. He is tall.
He's only 6'2", 6'3".
6'2", baby.
6'2".
Unless I'm but I don't know if I slouch on here or maybe you sit up.
Well,
I do think you are more torso than legs, if that makes sense. So I think
what does that mean?
From your waist up.
You know what? I swear to God, I will choke you.
From the waist up.
You don't talk about my body on here.
From the waist up, you're tall. Does that make sense? I mean, you're actually tall for a woman too. What do you?
What does that mean, tall for a woman?
7?
I'm
5'8"?
5'7".
5'7"
and a half.
5'7" and a half. Anyway, I don't know why that always surprises me. Number one, I don't walk around thinking how tall I am, but that's such a consistent
It surprises me when people constantly say, "Oh my gosh, are you Melissa Radke?" That surprises me. Except it doesn't. But yeah, somebody commented on his height. We went to the waffle bake, and y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this. I don't like them waffles. I think they're using cheap stuff. Because Janet and I were sitting there, and when they pour the butter, they pour melted butter. Like, what is that, by the way? They pour melted butter over your waffle. And I said to the girl, she poured it, and then she said, do you want more? And I looked, and it looked like there was no butter on it whatsoever. And I went, I don't know where the butter went. Give me a little bit more. And she poured it, and she went, it's gone again. And I said, then give me a little bit more. And she poured it, and she goes, I don't know where it keeps going. And I said, well, that's enough. Then they did the same thing with the syrup. We get to the table, and Janet goes, I need the syrup girl to come over here because I don't know where my syrup went. Y'all, they're the kind of waffles that just suck it all up. It just sucks it all up. I didn't like it. I didn't like those waffles very much. And then Janet was like, is this beef or pork? Neither of us knew what the little smokies were. And I don't like it when you taste them and you still can't tell. I'm not sure I'm going to keep going with that.
You can't do that if I grilled hot dogs, and I don't even know how many different hot dogs, but there's just a regular hot dog and maybe the chicken hot dog.
I'm going to tell you
and
something
a beef
right
hot
now.
dog and an Angus hot dog.
You listen to me. You ever bring a chicken weenie in this house, it'll be the last wiener you ever bring in here.
I'm saying you couldn't do a taste test and go, that's the beef one. You couldn't do that.
Yeah, I could. Because I only eat beef wieners. Now, I'll eat pork for breakfast. But I need to know what I'm getting into.
What are the ones, and I'm sure this is going to cause some people to get mad at me, is it Nathan's that are supposed to be so like the best, the elite? I do not like, there's something about the casing on it, I think.
I think it's the uncircumcised things.
That's a totally different thing.
No. You're talking about the Nathan's hot dogs. Mm-hmm. You can get them in a pack at Costco. They're the uncircumcised ones.
They're not.
David, that is what makes them different. We have discussed this.
No, we've never had this discussion.
Okay.
And I'm nervous about it if you've ever had this discussion with someone.
Listen to me.
There's several people saying they don't like Nathan's.
Is that not the reason why? They're the uncircumcised ones. Tell him that. Hebrew National are the same way.
Oh, they are?
Yes, they there are certain hot dog brands that have the uncircumcised. That's what's.
Why do you say that, baby? I mean, are you just being funny? Because you would never say that about a hot dog. There's not like extra hot dog hanging on the end. What are you talking about?
David, why are you doing this to me?
Baby, don't make me go buy a pack of these.
David, that is what the casing is. That is what the casing.
I got a good night's sleep.
Okay.
If this was yesterday, I'd be very confused.
Kosher, okay, that's another word.
That means they're blessed or prayed. Yeah. Maybe you don't know what that word means.
I do know what the word means.
Are you sure?
Yes, you can do it to babies when they're born. No. I'm not saying that kosher and uncircumcised are the same things. I'm not saying that.
I'm with Alex. Please stop using that word. You can say it once if you're referring to, a baby or something biblical. But you don't ever say it about hot dogs, and then you don't say it 175 times.
She's trying to say Jewish without saying Jewish. I'm not. I promise. I promise I'm not. Am I having a stroke right now? I feel like I'm on another planet.
There is no extra casing on the Nathan's hot dogs, which is what
You just said there was. You said I don't like the casing.
I don't like the casing, but you're saying there's extra casing just laying there without anything in it, and that's not true. Okay, let's move on. What? Oh. Nella's super confused.
Uncured.
Oh my Lord.
Uncured. The word I was looking for was uncured. I literally was sitting here going, UNC. I know I have seen this. David doesn't like them because they're UNC. That was the word that kept coming in my mind.
Mandy Bell, thank you so much.
Mandy Bell can read my mind, which is a devilish place to be, let me tell you.
We got to buy Mandy a cup of coffee.
I'm going to tell you what.
Uncured.
Uncured. I thought, David is embarrassing me, and I don't know why he is doing this. We have seen the front of those, and he knows that they say uncircumcised.
There is one thing that I never have to do in my life, and that's embarrass you, because you'll always beat me to it.
Can I tell y'all this? This is a true story. How about this story? I have not even told you this, my sweet love. Last Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving, I walk into the dollar store. I just had some things I had to pick up. He had just checked out, so he's about to come out the door, is a guy I went to high school with, okay? I knew him instantly. He walks over to me, and I haven't seen him in years. We live in the same town, I haven't seen him in years and years. And he says, Melissa Lee, like that. And I said his name, Doug Uncircumcised, even though that's not his name. And we give each other a big old hug.
Is it Doug Uncured?
I'm going to hit you. We give each other a big hug. This is what happens. I said, how are you doing? And he said, I'm doing good. I said, happy Thanksgiving to you. And he said, oh, to you too. Y'all have a good one? Y'all planning on having a good one or something like that? I said, we are. I said, you still married? Like that. He's been happily married for a long time. You still married? And I looked down at the hand I'm holding because he and I hugged, and I just kind of grabbed his hand like that. I looked down at there's no ring. Hold on. There's no ring. And he says, because this was the hand.
Yeah.
He says, you're looking at the wrong hand. So he brings his other hand around. There's his wedding ring. And I said, oh, I never did know my left from my right. And he said, no, you never really did you? And I said, thank goodness, because I thought, what if she was dead? And he said, no, she's not dead. And I said, and then when I didn't see your ring, I thought, for a second, oh, what if she was dead or they had divorced, but she's not dead and y'all aren't divorced. And he's just listening to me talk. And words are just tumbling like a person, like a heavy-set person down a high stairs. They're just tumbling out. And I said, because
those videos of people getting into the lake that you love so much.
When fat women try to get into a lake. When fat women try to get into a lake. When they try to get on a float. Okay, and I can say that because I'm a fat woman who's tried to get on a float. They're just tumbling out. And I said, because when I first looked at your hand, even though it was the wrong one, I was like, oh my God, he didn't have a ring on. What if she's dead? Also divorced. I feel like dead would be worse. And he said, she's not dead, and we're not divorced. And I said, okay, well, tell her I said hi, and congratulations on that. And then I went just like this. I went, Melissa Lee, making it weird since 1973. And then he hugged me, and we parted ways.
Who was it? Do I know who it is?
Of all the people. Of all the people. So, making it weird since 73. Why do I do that? I'm circumcised. Why?
Here's the thing. There are people even watching this about the whole hot dog thing or telling the story going, she is so funny. How does she make that stuff up? She's not making it up. This isn't a bit. It's just Melissa.
It's a part of my brain that is locked in tight knowing it's right. Locked in. I was locked into that word. And when David said, are you just trying to be funny? I started biting my nail because I thought, I do want to be funny all the time, but I'm not trying to be funny. So what is going on? I'm always worried I'm going to have a stroke. I don't even have a high A1C. That's him.
That's what I live with. It's entertaining to you. Gets a
So,
little old after
anyway,
a while.
Matt L. Roker, we've covered that. Have y'all heard Cher's new Christmas song?
No, who?
It is catchy.
Someone.
And do I want to say that? Because what is going on with older people? Dolly in the Cowboys uniform, Cher with a new song? What's going to be next? Annette with the Netflix special?
Did you hear that Elle McPherson? I think Christy Brinkley. Christy Brinkley is campaigning for Dolly to be in Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition next year. I mean, obviously it's not, she was just making a comment, but there was articles.
Carl Ray would be so happy. That's her husband. Are you serious? Well, you know what? I'm going to petition for my mother to be on the cover of the Lufkin Daily News and nothing but a halter top.
And let me say just a little bit. If you've never heard that name, Carl Ray, that's a smart, just like me. That is a smart son of a gun. I mean, don't get me wrong. Dolly is crazy talented, crazy charismatic, over the top.
There's no way Dolly...
There are two people in that.
Let me tell you something about Dolly Parton. She didn't marry no dummy. Mm-mm. You can't be married to Dolly Parton and just be the quiet little demure wallflower that she makes him sound like he is. Oh, Carl Ray don't want no attention. He don't like to come out in public. Bull. Carl Ray be tipping a hat to every dollar she makes.
Yeah.
He's a smart son of a gun.
Yeah.
And half of it is the fact that he's got this reputation for not being it at all. Okay. Let's talk about this before we get to Thursday things. David showed me a picture yesterday and I was stunned. I tell y'all, stunned. Yesterday morning, I wake up and I go to TikTok and I'm scrolling around and I come across a TikTok of a plastic surgeon who he's got the words, he's not speaking, okay? He's just got the words on the screen and it says, you're a plastic surgeon who created one of the best jawlines in the industry, only to find out that jawline is now canceled. Okay? And he
didn't say any names.
That's all he said. And I literally was like, what? You're a plastic surgeon who created one of the best jawlines in the industry, only to find out that jawline is now canceled. What in the heck? And then I keep scrolling. And then a few minutes later, guess what pops up on my phone? Is Matt Rife commented or shared that TikTok and said, falsifying medical information is illegal. Something like that. So essentially, he sees this plastic surgeon's TikTok and he shares it saying you can't falsify medical information. I'm not even sure what Matt Rife's comment even
Or
means.
maybe he just commented on it. I don't know. But.
It was something like that, though. I'm not even sure. So, and essentially, people are now saying that that plastic surgeon did, in fact, give Matt Rife his jawline. I would like to tell y'all I spent about 4 seconds thinking about it. I don't know if y'all ever think about Matt Rife's jawline, but I sure as heck don't. Some of y'all are thinking, who's Matt Rife? He's a comedian, and he's recently been canceled, I guess. I don't even know who's canceled anymore and who's not, for his Netflix special.
Because some people are getting canceled and then they're coming right back for reboots.
I'm going to tell you what. I don't care a hoot about Matt Rife's jawline. I never think about it. But David came across an article an hour or so later, and he sent me this picture. And he said, let me ask you something, Melissa. Do you think that Matt Rife had a plastic surgeon work on his jawline? And I said, I don't know. This is Matt Rife. If you wondered who he is, this is him. This is what he looks like.
He's over the last maybe year and a half, he's become very big on TikTok. He interacts a lot with the audience at his comedy shows, pretty funny. And like somebody said, you know, only God could make that. A lot of women think that he's attractive.
Only God could make this?
Yeah.
Oh, mercy.
I mean, there's a lot of ladies that think he is.
Oh.
He's a stuff.
No, I'm not. I'm not one of them. Here he is. I'd like you to take a look at his jawline.
It is quite a jawline.
It is a jawline. He looks like G.I. friggin' Joe with this jawline. Okay? So I say to David, I don't know if he's had jawline surgery. How would any of us know? And David said, because this is the picture that they put up next to it. Now, this is him literally like 6 years earlier. Now, do you notice anything about this picture? Other than the fact that he's much younger, and he is, and he hasn't grown into his manly face. But look at that jawline!
And
there isn't one!
And the thing is, look how narrow it is, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's, I mean, like, right under his lips, it's like, it's very narrow.
It's very, very narrow.
Now, go to the other one, and that joker is like, I don't know, like 3 inches. I just don't know if he grew into that. His face is at a little bit of an angle. He clearly now has veneers. I mean, he's not smiling. I mean, you don't.
Oh,
see
his teeth are perfection.
Yeah, you don't see his teeth in that one, but.
Now he's grown into his eyes and you know that kind of stuff. But y'all, he has had something done. He has definitely had something done. But it makes me think: did somebody years ago say to him, hey, if you want to be if you want to be famous, you better change your face. Because he wouldn't have had the money all those years ago. He wasn't making a lot of money.
Well, I don't know the story. It could have been parody.
And is in fact that why I have not taken off. Because someone has never dared to say the words to me, you have to change your face. Okay? I would have done it years ago had somebody just said it.
No, ma'am. He actually talks about how it's actually harder for him to be attractive in a comedian. What do you think about that? I mean, I guess...
What? Say it again, I'm sorry?
He says that it's more difficult for him to be attractive and a comedian. That people don't want to laugh as easy, laugh as quick, those kind of things. I don't know.
Can we think of another comedian who is considered attractive? Let's think, all of us. Seriously, let's think.
Well, I think there are probably several that you could say are attractive. Are they like a top 10, holy cow, that could be a movie star? I mean...
Savannah Steiner says the surgeon might not have even been talking about... Uh-oh, how did I do that? Oh, Lord, what did I do? Okay. Talking about Matt Rife, but what a great PR move for Matt to claim it because his gig is being controversial. Our groceries are on their way. I gotta get some more water, y'all. I'm very thirsty. Somebody said Jeff Dunham was attractive. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, that name's not...
What?
Marlon Wayans.
Handsome.
Yeah. Wait, is that the older? That's the older, right?
Yeah, in living color.
Although, what's the one that we love from New Girl? He's probably considered more of an actor than a comedian.
He's Marlon Wayans' son. Marlon Wayans is a very handsome guy.
Yeah.
He is a very handsome guy.
Okay, who's the oldest of those brothers?
I just literally told that one.
That's not Marvin, though, is it?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. What is another comedian other than Marlon Wayans?
Okay, if Jeff, what is it?
Jeff Dunham. I'm
If
gonna look
he
him
is a
up.
ventriloquist,
Then he's not
there
attractive.
is no possible way he's attractive.
No, I'm gonna look him up.
The
and
name sounds familiar. Keenan Ivory
If
Wayans.
Jeff Dunham is not
Damon.
attractive, you're in jail. Okay.
I think Damon is the oldest.
All right. Well, someone is calling this guy attractive, and they're in Radke prison, and they can't come out until they buy a T-shirt and pose with themselves in it. Okay, that's it. That's a no-no. John Krasinski is not a comedian. We're talking about a comedian, you guys, that stands on a stage and does comedy. And is known for being attractive. And it's not that's kind of what we're getting at.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot.
No.
Nobody has ever said, "Oh, that Jerry Seinfeld. He's a real looker."
Oh, Jay Leno. David
know who I
Letterman,
like?
Conan.
That Adam Sandler. He
Actually,
is sexy.
Actually,
No,
you actually have said you think Conan's attractive,
I do think Conan's
but
attractive.
it doesn't have anything to do with his looks.
So maybe
there is.
Matt Rife is correct. Maybe it's just so hard for him. But then let's look at comedians that are beautiful.
Ladies,
That's a comedian.
I have a hard time. Like if I saw a list, I could tell you.
There aren't that many, babe. There aren't that many.
Now the one's cute. Who did? Was it Shaniqua? She's cute.
Who the heck are you talking about?
Von Queequeg, not Shaniqua.
Angela Johnson.
Angela, she's cute. Melissa Radke, she's gorgeous.
And Tina Fey, you think is cute.
Uh,
She's cute, you know it.
okay, I don't like. I feel like now we're judging people. I don't like that. Let's,
I know. I didn't mean to. We're trying to think of attractive people.
Yeah.
For Pete's sake. John Christ is cute. No, John Christ is cute.
maybe a little too cute.
John Christ is cute. Way cuter than Matt Rife. Way cuter. He's got long eyelashes. All right.
See, I think Nate is a cute guy.
Nate's cute in
Now-
the same way that Shep is cute.
Well, Nate's also grown into it. Have any of y'all seen? You know, we're big Nate Bargatze fans. He has grown into it. Like if you see videos from him 10 years ago, he has a round face. I mean, he looks like a youth pastor walked out and is doing. He's funny even then, but he's grown into it. He's grown into it.
I think you think he's grown into it a little more than I do, which is very, very weird. But
I mean, he's grown into.
But he is very secure in his sexuality. All right, moving on. Who got me this? This is when you take a bowl out of the microwave and it's too hot, so you have to use this.
That's a genius idea.
There's not too many things in this family that Rocco and I fight over, but this would be one of them. Rocco's like, "Where's the pot holder?" And I'm like, I'm eating soup now.
Debbie Campbell.
Deb Campbell, "I'm eating soup." Rocco's like, "Well, mine's too hot. And I got my grits, and I want to eat my grits, but I can't get it out of the microwave." This thing is amazing. It was just sitting on my table because we use it.
It's not just a pot holder. They may be able to see it.
It's a bowl
It's
holder.
a bowl holder. It's done like that.
You should sell them. You should sell these.
Do you know if she made it or bought it? Deb, did you make it or buy it?
I don't know, actually. But I do know that today is Thursday Things. And I have one in particular that I want to start with because it comes from a friend of ours and a member of our family. Some of you will remember that I have talked a lot about a woman named Rachel Kushner. Miss Rachel is what we call her. And Miss Rachel last year had such great success with something, what's it called?
Links to Messiah.
Links to Messiah, Links to Messiah. And she did it last year. She had such a great turnout that she did it again this year. And she actually did more boxes this year because of the Israeli-Palestinian war that is going on. She
Just
felt
kind of
it
more
was
awareness.
more awareness was being brought to the Israeli culture and the Jewish culture that she wanted to make even more boxes, and she did. They sold like hotcakes. She's got 9 left, I think. Only 9 left. You guys, let me tell you what this is in case you have grandchildren, children, or you want to get this for neighbor kids, or you work in the children's department at your church. When my kids were little, it is really hard at Christmas time, especially, to explain to children living in this generation what it was like in biblical times. Okay? Essentially, it's really hard to explain to New Testament kids about Old Testament times, essentially. Links to Messiah does this. It is a box that you open up, and it literally, it walks you through every day of Hanukkah and what that means. Do you have to be Jewish to order it? No, because this represents the time of Jesus and what it was like for him and his family and his people during this time.
Miss Rachel is of Jewish heritage,
right?
But she is actually a Christian.
Yeah, born again Christian. Okay, so when she sold these last year, so many people bought them and came back to say she is so well versed on the subject, and she's also very good with children. That's what she does for a living. She makes this really come alive to children, and you can walk your children or your grandchildren through it every day of Hanukkah. Are they learning how to be Jewish? No. Don't be afraid of that or scared of that or curious about that. That's dumb. They are learning how to understand Old Testament culture and rites and worship. I couldn't think of the word in a New Testament time.
And really, you mentioned this, also seeing Jesus. Obviously, we see Jesus all through the New Testament, but also identifying Jesus in the Old Testament. But the box is so cool because, like, you're decorating menorahs and you're playing games.
And there's puzzles and colors and coloring.
Is that the dreidel?
Yeah.
Is that the dreidel? I hate that we don't have ours from last year here. But there's activities and it's not only a great time, but it's a great learning experience. And so
there's stories to read your children, scripture to read to your children, and it really prepares them for the birth of this child. So it's a really beautiful thing to do. There's only 9 or 10 of them left. That's it. But tell them how you put the link in here.
Okay, so the link is already in the description. So just go down and click the link. Again, it's links to Messiah, and you can order your box. Again, there's just a couple of them left. Also, if you order today, for sure today, possibly tomorrow, but definitely if you order today, you'll also have it in time for Hanukkah. So just a few left. So if you're interested at all, hop on there and take advantage of that really, really, really cool experience. It could be a great gift too to send it to somebody with young kids.
So the other thing I wanted to share comes from Susan, who writes, hi, Melissa. I can't remember on what platform it was, but you mentioned that you've been experiencing hot flashes. No duh, Susan. A crafter I follow on Facebook said she felt amazing relief in only a day or so after using this. I just thought I would share. You found them on Amazon Prime. They're called Minnow, and they are gummies for menopause. Hormone-free menopause supplements for women with black cohosh and ashwagandha. This is what they're called. Has anybody tried these? Minnow for menopause. Susan Davis sent this in. She's wishing me the best of luck. Okay? And I don't know if anybody's tried them, but there you go. If you are suffering from hot flashes like I am, you can give these a try. They're vegan gummies, and it was Susan Davis. So wanted to let y'all know about that. And then the second thing is from Mary Lopez. So Mary didn't necessarily write in with a Thursday things that she wanted to talk about, but she wrote in with a follow-up question regarding a Thursday thing that I talked about quite a long time ago. And this is what she says. She says, hello, a while back you had shown the fascia blasters that you use. My question is, are you still using them, and would you still recommend them? I am really thinking about starting to use them, but not sure if they are really worth it or not. Someone's asking, how can I get it from Miss Rachel? Just say that one more time.
Phyllis, we were talking about the links to Messiah and her holiday boxes, specifically the Hanukkah box. The link in the description below, you will see links to Messiah right there. You just click on that. It takes you to the page where you can find out all the information about links to Messiah in general, all the holiday boxes, and specifically, again, if you order very quickly, you will get one of these last ones that are left and have it in time for Hanukkah.
All right, so back to Mary Lopez's question. Some of you may be saying, what's a fascia blaster? Well, let me remind you. This is a fascia blaster, okay? In fact, this is the original fascia blaster. If you want to get a fascia blaster, this is like the original one, the original size.
Granddaddy.
This is no, don't say the granddaddy, because they actually have ones that are bigger. This is just the original one. I have stopped using them, but out of pure D laziness. And here's why. I have this one, and then I had one that is the size of just 2. And someone in my family broke it, but they won't admit to who it was, but it was 100% Rocco, okay? It was so much easier to use because your hand grips that just little 2 area right there. So it was only this big. It was only that big right there. And my hand fit on it perfectly. And I could do my arms. I could do under here. I could do the tops of my thighs and everything, the inside, outside. And it was just much easier. Rocco broke it. Which leaves me with this one. And I do not like this one. This is heavy and hard. This one hurts a lot more. I know you're thinking, but it's the same thing. I know, but I don't like it as well. It's more cumbersome. Dion loves the small fascia blaster. I do too. So, do I still use it? No, because it broke. And I would like the small one. I'd like a new one that is the small one, that is the 2, and I would use it all the time. But I don't use this one. So, that's what happened. I will tell you this. I noticed a difference when I used it. I did. I noticed a difference. There is a lot of bruising. But that is how you know that you're doing it correctly. Because if you're doing it correctly, it will bruise at first, and then the bruising will go away. The more you do it, the bruising just goes away. And it did for me. So I knew I was doing it correctly. I really noticed a difference in my knees. I noticed a difference in my knees, y'all. It is like that fascia. They describe it like a spider web. And it just begins to tighten around your muscles and all your joints. And you just don't move as well. And so especially on I'm so sorry, what is that line that runs along the side of your leg up from your knee to your thigh? That side right there. I would fascia blast that, and y'all, it would hurt so bad. It would hurt so bad because it was just so tightly wound. But the more I did it every day, I'd do it a little more, it would just begin to loosen and loosen. And my knees, sciatica, is that what it is? Oh my gosh, my knees would just loosen up. They wouldn't be as stiff. I really noticed a difference. So here is the deal. And you can go to anything Ashley Black. You can look up Ashley Black online and then go to all of her stuff. She explains it so much better than I do. But if you take your hand and you put it along your skin, especially on your arms up in here, on anywhere that holds a lot of cellulite, okay, that would be my upper arms and my upper legs. And you feel over your skin, and underneath the skin, it feels like a rope. That's how they describe it. It feels like you're running your hand along a line that's bumpy. It feels like a rope. That is fascia. That's fascia. And what you want to do is unbind it. You want to break it up. And so you do it by taking this and going like this. And it hurts like the devil. Make sure you get oil because it hurts. But you break it up. And I could tell that I was breaking it up. And then I stopped using them because Rocco freaking broke it. And it hurts so bad when you press on it. Oh my gosh. Okay, are y'all there? I'm sorry. I had a phone call come in on the phone. I had a phone call come in on the phone and it knocked my sound out for a second. Sorry about that. But yeah, so it will literally, you'll feel where those ropes are, and if you press into them, it will hurt so bad. But you can unbind them with those fascia blasters. You can. So Mary Lopez, are they worth it? Yeah. But get the small one. Don't get these big daddies. They're hard. They're hard to do. So, but so yeah, David's bringing in my groceries. That's a lot of groceries right there.
I had to help her. I didn't want to.
Well, yeah, it's raining outside, and so he wanted to go out there and help him. Okay, those are the only Thursday things we have today, you guys. That's it.
Remind me about the link.
Reminder, links to Messiah can be found in the descriptions. If you guys are wondering what the descriptions are, where you go to look for this YouTube, just kind of scroll down and you'll see that there's a description of what this is, and there you go. My legs hurt when any pressure is put on them. Would a fascia blaster help? Probably so. It would, but it ain't going to be fun at first. I'm going to tell you, it's not going to be fun, but I believe in them. Honestly, this is hurting right there where I just did that. And it's just going to be that way for a while. And you just got to be okay with it. You just got to get used to it. It's going to be that way. So anyway, I can't use one because of MS. Maybe that's I don't know. Is that the case? I don't know. I don't have that. But yeah, but Amy Roberry, if you're going to get one, get a smaller one that you can hold easily in your hand, and make sure you get oil. And you don't have to order their oil or any special oil. I just got some therapeutic massage oil off of Amazon and use that. So you're back right at time as I was about to tell them bye.
You have an amazing day.
Have a great day, and will we see them tomorrow?
No, I was about to say, let's take tomorrow off.
Why, David?
Tomorrow is a big day. Big day. The biggest.
Big day.
Big day. Tomorrow is Melissa's 40th birthday, so we're gonna take the day and just do.
I'm gonna begin my day. I'm gonna begin the day of my second half of my life.
She's gonna pass away at 80.
By having breakfast with my best friends. They said, "You want to go have breakfast?" Because they're headed out of town. I said, "Yes, let's have breakfast." And then I'm going to end the day the way I want to, which is just sitting around watching TV with my family. Maybe a good Christmas movie. But no gifts this year. And Meredith texted me yesterday and asked me what I wanted for my birthday. I said, "Clearly you didn't even watch my video." She said, "I thought you were saying that was just for Christmas. Is it for your birthday too?" And I said, "Yes, Meredith. This season is not about me. It's about Jesus." And she said, "Finally." That's all she wrote. Finally. But it really is. So here's what I would like for my birthday.
Can I say, well, okay, you may be kind of doing this, but I think you might have talked about it on here. I know you talked about it in the family, and I know you...
Sheppy, get out of the grocery bags.
And I know you posted on Facebook on Monday. If you haven't seen Melissa's post, that was from this Monday, right? Mm-hmm. Go check that out. It's just what is laid on Melissa's heart this year about her birthday and gifts and all that kind of good stuff. The response has really, really been encouraging to me, because I know this is something very important to Melissa and it's for her personally. But if you haven't been back to check in a while, just the number of people that have been encouraged and challenged by that, and also said, "Man, I feel like I'm in the same place." So anyway, if you have not checked that out, check that out.
All I was going to say is one of the things that I plan on doing tomorrow is getting in my car and driving out to the country. And y'all may be like, "But you live in the country." I know, but there's a road down the road, a little country road. And it's got some really pretty places that you can pull into and look at just pastures and cows. And I'm going to go and have a date tomorrow afternoon with God. And I'm going to roll my windows down, and the weather's going to be nice. I'm going to take some hot chocolate, and I'm going to take my Bible, and I'm just going to have some time with me and him and dedicate the next half of my life to him. And I want to meet with him tomorrow and have a really beautiful communion time with him. And so would y'all just pray for me tomorrow? Could I just be on your mind? That would be wonderful. Just let me be on your mind tomorrow. I hope I'm on y'all's mind every day, but especially tomorrow. Just pray for me and that I would just meet God for my birthday. So I love you guys. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you on Monday.
See you guys.
Bye.